have a 7-digit seed for this race. Immediate tier 1 cracked wall. Some pretty good choices here. I would say just bomb for gold and then take darkness. My internet sucks right now. This is likely on my end. Please keep going. I'll restart. Fine. So we have Banana Slug for Slimo here. Please don't just refreeze the stream. Yeah, that stream is just stuck. That might not be on my end then. Let me check. Slimo, we'll take darkness here. Yeah, Dash is offline, which isn't good. And we have a pause coming out. Dash's internet has died, but that's great to have happen this early in the race rather than in the middle of it. We are probably gonna reseed here. But everything should be fine now. It's a shame to see early darkness go away, but it's very likely gonna be best to reseed here. So, the real first seed, and hopefully technical difficulties on everyone's ends has been resolved. This 38516408. What will this seed have in store for these racers? We are off. Immediate red chest. We'll just have an apple in it, but definitely not a bad pickup. Take an early hit, just use the apple. And use that for iframes as well. Or to buy something out of the blood shop. Not a bad pickup at all. We have immediate darkness again. Dash will maybe farm up for this, but for now we'll leave it behind. Darkness is a very strong race shrine, especially if you don't have a ring. But Dash will move on without darkness, so Slimo being put in a pretty good spot already. Simply by Dash ignoring darkness. There's a very good weapon Slimo will be able to pick up for free here. Along with the torch. Dash having to risk for the kill. But Slimo is running the wrong way for now. It's going to check the shop first. Starting to build up. A pretty solid build over Dash here. Just needs to pick up this titanium rapier, which Slimo should be doing shortly, especially with this shovel. And Slimo picking up torch! Yeah, you don't want to pick up torch! We've seen Slimo do this before, where they picked up torch while having darkness. This is one of the worst torches to get as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. It's... yeah, it would be understandable if it was a one-time thing, but this happened already. Bit of a scary red dragon for Slimo here. But Slimo, just why? Why? And Dash continue on, checking purple for some fireball tomes. Slimo, just... why? You don't want that torch. You don't want any torch. Maybe strength, but not right now. You got a solid weapon already. And a Squaga suit for Slimo, this monocle. He's even like putting in some work already. Definitely a good pickup for Slimo. Dash, meanwhile, picking up a shield spell. Having a torch if you never get off the ring. Just never got off the ring. But yeah, so far no ring swap for Slimo, so you may be onto something, monster. Dash, continuing on down. itsmedash2. Remind me not to use continuing on down, because that scares people. And there's a good ring swap for Slimo here, if on 3-1. If they are screen watching, they would know. We have variants as well. Earth Spell for Dash, and Bomb Spell for Slimo. Slimo not having particles on. We have seen some pretty good and pretty bad variants out of that, like... against me, the most notable one I can think of is finding a titanium whip instead of a titanium flail. Unless we have a ring swap for Slimo, it's gonna be a really good one, but with this torch, why would you pick up the torch? Why did you pick up the torch? Don't pick up torches. Just remember, don't pick up torch. It's that easy. It's actually not that easy. A huge swarm for Slimo here. Very good shield. Dash, a very good shield as well. This is Zone 3. It's proving to be pretty dangerous, but both racers having shield spell. Slimo having Squaga suit as well will help quite a bit. And a potion find for Slimo here. They will make their way over onto this potion. Taking a lot of hits in the process, but Squaga suit and this potion about ready to get picked up about now here. Dash, going to low health. They are screen watching diligently. They will see this potion here, and even more food for Slimo. Solid hand pickup, making sure not to get hit by the telemonkey there. But Slimo, knocking this full heart container statue around. It's like we'll just pass up on it. Need to be wary of the attacking statue there, but there is pulse spell for Slimo as well, but these two spells are pretty much the spells you want right now. Getting grabbed by a telemonkey though. Slimo's health situation might just want to eat the ham. I would say blood magic a bit more aggressively with that regen and ham. And some big bombs for Slimo, pick that up, that will save time in the Necrodancer fight. Some odd decision making from Slimo. Which I keep saying, there has definitely been some odd decisions from Slimo that has costed them races that they easily could have won. But then again, Dash not taking darkness on 1-1. Some odd decisions for both racers in this race. Darkness is a bit much to give up. Unless you pick up Torch, of course. Which Slimo did pick up Torch, which... what? Yes, Slimo felt bad that Dash did not get darkness, so picked up Torch. As a sign of empathy. You're about even for Slimo here. And Dash. More bomb modifiers! Slimo could have nukes right now, but don't want to spend any extra time to pick up that grenade charm. Not spending the time to pick up the bomb charm though, that is... Slimo. Not being in the right position to do Oblivion here. I could have tried to transfer off to Japanese, but I don't think Slimo knows Japanese. Letting Dash take the lead. A good bounce off the skeleton for Slimo. But Dash, first one down. Spending a bit of extra time to pick up that bomb charm could have come into play now. Though it is only one bomb, which will just get tanked anyway, so likely skipping it saved more time in the end, but bomb charm isn't just for the Necrodancer fight, can use it for other applications as well. And Slimo not opting to lure here. You need to be fast with your opponent this close. But Dash! Necrodancer's stuck on the very other side. In the end, Slimo will take this. Very close, but Darkness wins? Question mark? I don't think that counts because Slimo just took a torch anyways. But very fast time for Titanium Gold race. Already faster than the Obsidian race we've seen earlier because both of these racers not dying. Dash continues to do a very good job of pushing just enough to not die. Very much a risk thing, but pushing that close to the edge of death can easily get you dead if the Necrodancer, the game decides to throw you something a bit stupid. Having a bit of health will keep that, but usually that won't happen. Dash seems to be banking on that. But there's just some things, some stupid Necrodancer happenings that can just end your runs. Immediate gold harp for Dash. I say take that! Having a gold weapon this early can easily help you round out your build early on. Slimo running the wrong way for a gold harp kill there. It's going to spend a bit of extra time on the Minotaur. Very minor optimizations to make there, but nonetheless, that was pretty much free. And Slimo taking a pretty big hit already on the Ghost. Take Rhythm for Obsidian Harp. A small value bomb for Ring of Pain. And Staff for Slimo. Staff might be a good pickup. You're gonna be doing splash damage with the Pain. Along with the arc damage for the Staff. Dash will pop the shield tomes right away, but that won't do anything. Shield won't last long enough and there aren't any enemies around. It looks like a potion room for Slimo, not having any means of getting in. No blood drum like Dash has. And Slimo! What was that? Getting a bit of a fair and balance. After taking a pretty big hit earlier from a Ghost, going down to 2 hearts. Will go down early. Dash, meanwhile. Blood Staff has a chance to regenerate health. A pretty solid take on the Staff and the Ring of Pain, but needs a bit more than this. Slimo, I say just drop the beat for the gold kill there. Slimo, you got a gold harp. Take advantage of gold kills. Definitely not the most important thing though, as it's only gonna save a few beats that could possibly be saved, and way more by better decision making. Nonetheless, Dash making their way down. King Konga, an interesting buffer there to go down to infinite damage on the zombie, but we'll regenerate that health before hitting King Konga. Definitely not a play that I would have made. But Dash, leaving Titanium Broadsword behind, is going to be happy with the pseudo 2 damage provided by the staff along with Pain. And continued use of the Blood Drum for Dash. This is rolling with the Blood build, if anything. No safety to go with it at all. And there is regeneration if Dash opts to kill here, which they will. Some solid dragon spawns. But having your leave Pain behind is a bit of an ask. Dash taking War instead and take regeneration. Or Pain, if anything. So, more interesting decision making on both of these ends that I don't agree with, but it could possibly just come down to comfort. Slimo, meanwhile, on the run back. Oh, fair and balanced for Dash! We'll be able to survive that though, luckily. That would have been pretty disgusting to go down like that. It's the dangers of running with an infinite damage blood build is stuff can happen. This is Necrodancer. We've definitely seen some pretty nasty stuff happen. But yeah, Dash is rolling with this. As I said, a very risky player. I don't think this has the chance to pay off that much. Slimo has a much safer build, and it's still going to be competitive. I think taking Darkness somewhere along the line as well. I do not see any torches. So, this much risk, the reward is not that much. Dash is doing... It could be a bit of both. Like, the end result is infinite damage nonetheless. But Dash going down, or Riff. Definitely something. If I had a riskometer, some riskometer things going on there. But I don't, so sad. Learn to activate core with staff. I think I will learn how to do that. Sounds like a pretty good thing to know how to do. Good tool. Like, it's... There are a bunch of pretty niche use things. Niche situations that might make or break a run if you know or don't know how to do it. Unless Slimo. Moving on forward. Ring of Pain is a very good ring to have. Taking a bit of extra time before jumping into the trapdoor here to kill the mini-boss. Very smart. Very simple, yet very effective. Slimo needs to be careful about getting knighted here. Seems to be handling deep blues very fine. Be wary of Snag, keeping in front of the pawn line while outside of the danger zone for the pawns. So, flawless for Slimo, we'll check. Purple for a very good ring. And there's a potion as well for Slimo. And actually, Slimo did not take Darkness. Those are obviously torches. What am I saying? Slimo doing a bit of a building here. Needs to be careful. This is not the most comfortable of rooms. But handling it fine with this titanium broadsword. And shopping will pay off here. Getting a pretty significant amount of extra hearts for the potion, if not future food. And Dash on the run back, going down once more. Still rolling with the risky blood build. With that much risk, it's compared to Slimo's build at around the same time. It's too much risk, not enough reward, in my opinion. Risk is great to have if the reward will pay out greatly. It isn't about just playing risky, it's about balancing risk and reward. Is the reward for playing this risky worth it? Are there alternatives that are less risky but still effective? Or can I play with pretty low risk while still being able to get pretty significant reward? And it depends on the situation as well. If you're slow playing, the reward that's more valuable becomes safety, as opposed to speed. Slimo continues on down to Fortissimo. As Boots. But we'll take a hit from the snag on the Blade Master and Lick. Can try to stack on freezes here. But the rest of the Fortissimo fight will go well. So Slimo, we'll have to slow play. I'm liking seeing this. Looking at Slimo's slow play earlier this week and what's happening right now, it's a lot more comfortable. Still playing confidently, not just being completely scared. But this is a bit aggressive. Definitely doesn't need to be this aggressive. I think he's just not even slow playing. I don't even know what Slimo is doing. A lot of hits. This isn't slow play, this is stats padding play. And we have easy left side scoots for Slimo here. The rider will get in the way! The potion will be popped! Luckily had the potion in tow. Because would have been bad. Does anyone mind explaining what the left-right trick is? So I would like to be imparted with this knowledge as well. Dash, just chilling in zone 2. Cool. Thank you. But very straightforward Necrodancer fight for Slimo. Some pretty decent teleports. Slimo will manage to finish off the Necrodancer. Definitely definitely could have slow played harder. Dash doing a bit of a suicide here. GG's. Slimo going up 2. Oh. But we're about to move on to our last seed, seeing if Dash can pull something out here. The first seed definitely could have been Dash's if it weren't for a pretty atrocious Necrodancer fight and teleports. We can't do anything about that. Slimo didn't have the best Necrodancer fight either, but it wasn't nearly as bad. Still got some pretty solid teleports. But It is looking like we are ready to go. Immediate bomb in 1-1. Definitely a great pickup to have. Greatly broadens your options in Zone 1, and can be the difference between leaving behind a good build and otherwise. Race broadsword take from Slimo. Sure. Just... It's not the right decision, but I can understand it. Because I've definitely taken early base broadsword before, with the idea that it's safer, and I just don't want to take any hits in Zone 1. Of course, it might just not be safer, but depends how you play, how aggressively you're gonna push. You don't really have the option to play too aggressively with the base broadsword. Kind of adds a damper on what you can do. But you're gonna be trying to want to take advantage of hitting multiple enemies as much as possible if you are going to take that. Very likely going to be a black check for Slimo here. Dash as well. It is an obsidian staff, not a bad weapon at all. Dash! Being pressured on with the pawn turned into a queen. Will end up getting pawned with just 2 pieces on the board. Just working together to create a pretty bad situation. We'll have to forego the obsidian staff and is on 1 heart. Does pick up a gold staff though, definitely much worse. But Dash, continuing aggressively forward. Doesn't want to lose too much out of this build deficit, but if anything, Slimo definitely has the cards to play, just needs to play it. And that is a bomb to be spent there, Slimo. Does find a trapdoor pretty conveniently on Slimo's end. And on to Death Metal 2. Decently quickly at 3 minutes. Not too much of a build on either end, though. Bit of a bounce trap situation for Slimo. Having a bit of trouble navigating the bounce traps. And Dash lining up a gold kill. We'll get the flawless. Has to fall behind on the weapon because what's in purple is just too good. And there is another staff in the arena. It could be worthwhile taking, but it is glass. Can get very scary, especially in Zone 4. We have a massive slip-and slide for Dash here. But has lead boots. Not realizing it. Just like I didn't realize. And Slimo with big safe bombs. Dash as well. What did Dash take? Dash seems to have taken Transmute Tomes out of the arena. An interesting take. Right now, still on 1 damage though. Has to get some damage out of these bombs in order to try to keep up with Slimo's obsidian staff. Slimo with a very interesting kill. You have Ring of Regen. Killing for a dove and heavy glass, 2 items that many wouldn't even consider picking up right now. And especially the Golden Whip. That is not a pickup. As Slimo continues to get damage. Dead Shopkeeper now. Oh, this is bad for Slimo. A huge swarm of enemies. Dove coming into play though. It's going to help alleviate the pressure off of Slimo as Dash goes down. Still, way Slimo's playing right now. It's a bit scary. Seems to just be a lack of damage for Dash. Can be very deadly. Yeah. Needing to deal with that Nightmare combo. Along with those elementals. But Slimo continues on down. King Konga 3. It'd be worthwhile checking black here because safety right now is a concern. Slimo had a staff hit lined up there, didn't know. Don't know why Slimo just didn't do that. And they will take a hit from a zombie. And now getting a good staff hit off of King Konga. No chest for Slimo, having to rock this Obsidian staff into Zone 4. Not the safest, because some crazy stuff can happen with Warlocks. Shopkeeper's dead as well, but Slimo will bomb. Or some glass armor. We have Fair and Balance hiding somewhere. Waiting to attack Slimo, as it has been dubbed. And it has been dubbed again! Dove? Killing for Dove and Heavy Glass. This this is an interesting kill. It might even be a bad kill. These are not good items, Kappa. Heavy Glass, maybe even, but Heavy Glass possibly saving Slimo's life in Zone 3 though, so I cannot fault that, but right now, this Dove seems to be more trouble than it's worth. Shopkeeper Freddy also getting yeeted away by the Dove. Does not want to aggro too many more enemies for fear. Can do a staff hit off of Freddy here. But it will be scary with the Warlock, just playing it safe. Killing the Shopkeeper on its own. Definitely a solid choice. Nonetheless, even though those items may have saved Slimo's life earlier, this Dove and Heavy Plate doesn't exist anymore, and this Dove is making things a bit more scary than it needs to be. We have a Freeze Fighter as well! This is so bad! Slimo's just dubbing all the wrong enemies. As Dash goes down once more. Still not the safest position for Slimo though. Definitely worthwhile to keep running this on Dash's end. I am personally a fan of the Dove. I'll take it if I can get it. In races at least. There's definitely times where I won't take it. Usually with Arya or Coda. But Slimo, utilizing their bombs here to good effect. This is a bit of a way forward push! I don't understand! Back up, deal with enemies! Dove enemies away! We have Coral Rift with staff. Slimo, taking unnecessary damage from their opponent, even being way far behind. Opponent in Zone 1 right now. Slimo does not seem to know how to do Coral with staff either. Theme of this set seems to be know how to take out Coral Rift with the staff. But Slimo, keeping it cool after needlessly pushing. You do not have the resources to risk pushing right now. You do not have any need or desire to push like that either. As Slimo continues on down to Zone 5 without a shop to check. There's a secret room there that could be worthwhile checking for Slimo here. Because this is not quite the build of comfort yet. Diligently using Dove to knock enemies to someplace strange. And continued use for Bomb for Slimo. That will open up quite a bit, making this a bit scary. That is a good push. One that probably wasn't intentionally made to happen, but at that point, having just a staff to work with is not good. We're seeing some great preemptive bombs for Slimo though, and picking up some more as well. Some good stuff, really. And Slimo with the Earth Dragon hitting it with the staff will spawn a wall. Bit of a spooky situation for Slimo, but is handling it fine still. Just backing up. Giving the enemies space. Making sure not to back up into anything dangerous either. And all those enemies being teleported into the shop will be a makeshift jail for Slimo unless they somehow break out. Like, that bomb charm can easily cause some rooms that you don't want to be opened. And another good preemptive bomb for Slimo here, just making sure they have things in control. Swap off to Titanium Spear. A solid, stable 2 damage, as opposed to a fluctuating 1 to 3 damage with the staff. Also can end up hitting enemies unintentionally, but this seems to be a bomb. Oh, we'll free open the shop? Never mind. Thought the shop was one tile closer, but Slimo knows what he's doing. But a cheese pickup out of the shrine. Definitely good to have as we proceed into Dead Ringer on Slimo's end. Dash in Zone 3 on the run back. Slimo, this is not a Dead Ringer strat. Slimo, proponent of lures, a fan of lures, will not lure, but it will be a pretty clean Dead Ringer nonetheless. On to phase 2 of the Necrodancer. Full health, no armor. Needs to be a bit careful. The Necrodancer fight can go off, though. Slimo is definitely someone who is going to be able to finish this off with relative ease. Not really doing the lures, but chasing down the Necrodancer, and we have a final good teleport. Taking a huge hit there, though. A bit scary, but that will be the final hit off the Necrodancer with a race from time of 14-13. Slimo will take this set 3-0. That would have been half a heart if it weren't for that charm, but